are this afternoon's top stories. ACP Query Returns from Cogent User Group International Educational Conference. Red Cross laments death of cul-de-sac man, and some teens may be facing possible felony charges after Sexting Scandal. Good afternoon and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Tuesday, November 10th, 2015. I am JD Keynes. In national news, the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force's Assistant Commissioner of Police with responsibility for crime, Ian Queally, was among policymakers from various police forces in San Francisco last week at the Cogent User Group International Educational Conference. Held from October 31st to November 5th, the event facilitated discussions on how to capitalize on various fingerprinting capabilities. During an exclusive interview with ZIZ News, ACP Queally said the conference usually targets fingerprint technicians, but this year's focus shift to policymakers makes him more equipped to ensure that the country's recently purchased automated fingerprint information system, or AFIS machine, will be put to good use.
From where I sit now, I would be better able to advise and institute policies which will be geared towards improving the product that we are using now. And so my technicians down in that particular department, the Forensic Services Unit, would be more exposed and would be given some more policy directives in terms of operating the system.
ACP Queally told a reporter that the Caribbean was well represented at the conference, with participation from other assistant commissioners of police from Antigua, Grenada, Jamaica and Trinidad. He added that the conference's host, Cogent User Group, is well known for its work with top crime-fighting organizations, not just in the Caribbean.
Cogent User Group is a group that has had significant investment not only in the Caribbean area, but also within the US, and they do a lot of work with major federal agencies, and the technologies that they're bringing to this particular aspect of crime fighting is welcomed, and so we'll be incorporating that in our crime fighting initiatives as we go forward.
That was Assistant Commissioner of Police Ian Queally. St. Kitts' culinary delights, along with the unique attractions, have been exclusively featured in Food and Travel magazine following the Tourism Authority's recent hosting of UK journalist Judy Bastira and award-winning photographer Gary Latham. Titled Kit and Caboodle and illustrated with photography throughout, the 11-page gourmet destination feature captures the color, smells and culture of St. Kitts through the markets and street food of Bastia, the beach bars along the strip, along local and fine dining restaurants, and newer concepts such as the farm to fork ethos at Belmont Farm and vegetarian health options at Ital Creations. According to the St. Kitts Tourism Authority, local residents played a prominent part in bringing the feature to life by providing their own insight and stories about the island. These included Wingfield Estate owner Maurice Widdowson, Jasmine and Ken Francis at Alfredo's Restaurant, Judah Farai at Ital Creations, Val Kempadu at Kitishan Hill, and many local fishermen and food vendors. As part of her culinary journey of St. Kitts, writer Judy Bastira also visited Brimstone Hill Fortress and National Park and enjoyed a tour on the scenic railway. The St. Kitts Tourism Authority, through its release, thanked stakeholders and partners including Kitishan Hill, Christoph Harbour, Otley's Plantation, Rock Haven and Timothy Beach for their support in Bastira and Latham's visit, in addition to the many local residents who gave their time to make it happen. The much-anticipated Renaissance Red fashion event, to be hosted by St. Kitts Fashion Events later this month, is a platform to showcase the talent of local artists. That is according to Kyra Griffin, a representative of St. Kitts Fashion Events, who says the show gives locals an opportunity to gain exposure.
Renaissance Red is a platform. It's where they showcase local designers, local models, international and regional designers as well, but mainly it's a platform for local artists. Like the arts, for instance, we have dancers, we have models, we have graphic designers, photographers. So we are just a platform to showcase the many talents that St. Kitts and Nevis have. We have models from St. Kitts and Nevis mentioned.
Griffin says the show has gotten positive feedback for its local approach to fashion.
Renaissance Bread is about creating a platform for our local kitchens to be seen. For instance, I was on Facebook the other day and Garfield Alexander said to me he supports local and he's glad to see our poster was done local photographer, local graphic designer, local models and a local producer. And everything on our platform is to showcase our local designers, especially like Chantel Vanterpool. We have Kiwi Dan Couture, we have Lavella Benjamin, we have Chavanese Lake, and we also have Eccentric Designs, our own Tamisha Cranston and Kaive Mimi Armstrong.
The weekend fashion event starts on November 20th with its major fashion show taking place on November 22nd at the Marriott Dome. And now for regional news. St. Lucia Marine Police retrieved the body of 37-year-old Cletus Estefan on November 7th. That's several hours after he was swept away by Cul-de-Sac River. The island's Red Cross is calling on the public to demonstrate more empathy to fellow citizens in times of distress. Director Terencia Gillard is upset about video footage of the drowning at Cul-de-Sac.
Amateur video of the drowning of a cul-de-sac farmer has sparked intense ethical debate. Father of four, Cletus Estefan, lost his life while attempting to save a cow. He, along with another man, ventured out into murky waters to retrieve the animal. It is reported that the man encountered some difficulty while traversing the swollen cul-de-sac river. A small crowd witnessed as he lost his battle against the intense waters.
Then we heard about the drowning at Cul-de-Sac, which was so unrealistic. I mean, it's really inhumane to see somebody is drowning and people are actually videotaping that. People are laughing at the whole matter. I don't know if they didn't know what to do at the time, but we teach people in drowning situations that you throw something, you don't go. A rope maybe, a stick, so something that the person could grab and you pull that person to shore.
The director of the St. Lucia Red Cross argues the crowd's reaction was appalling.
It's a really sad state of affair where people film that and actually put it on Facebook and everybody is watching it. I mean, they should be a little more sensitive to the family. To see so many people around and the loved one just died there and then it's been all over the place, you know. This is not nice. We have to be a little bit more concerned and more humane.
Gillard is indignant over the posts. She maintains that saving a life is more important than capturing video footage for a fleeting moment of attention on social media platforms.
For anything, everybody's out there with a video. Sometimes it could be good, but you know, there are times we have to be a little bit more, we have to show concern, we have to be a little bit more passionate to the family of the victims. You know, some of the things that go out on video should not go out on video. It's true that everybody's saying it's their phone and they can do whatever they want with it, but we have to be a little more sensitive to other people.
The Marine Police Unit discovered the body of Cletus Estefan off the coast of Cul-de-Sac Bay on Saturday, November 7th, 2015.
This year, teachers in Guyana will have to wait to be promoted. We have the details in this report.
As the Guyana Teachers Union, GTU, and the Teaching Service Commission failed to agree on the list of promotions for teachers, the court is yet to make a decision on the matter. Last Friday, the case involving the two bodies was called before Acting Chief Justice Ian Chang, which prevented the Teaching Service Commission from issuing and publishing promotions for this year. The Commission is yet to respond to the injunction filed by GTU and could do so at the next court hearing, which is set for November 24. Already, the Teachers Union has expressed no confidence in the Teaching Commission since the body is not budging to address concerns of the union. The union believes it is time that the members of that commission are replaced. 1 week ago, the GTU heads were informed by the body that it is not prepared to review its list of teachers selected for promotion at this time. GTU's president, Mark Light, said he is prepared to let the court make a final ruling on the matter since the Teaching Service Commission seems reluctant in bringing this issue to an end. He was hopeful that a decision could have been made outside of the court.
Internationally, At least 100 students in Colorado may have shared explicit photos that were allegedly hidden on their phone. These students may face possible felony charges after the Sexting Scandal. Here's more.
At Canyon City High School today, few want to talk.
Anybody want to talk about what's going on in school?
No. About a sexting scandal officials say involves at least 100 students.
It's not really what we want our class to be known for.
Authorities say teens swapped nude photos of each other like trading cards, hiding them in smartphone apps designed to look like regular calculators or even clocks.
It's just the time and the date. But hold your fingers on it for 3 seconds. Type in the code. And now it's a hidden photo vault where you can see all my pictures I'm hiding from my parents or anyone else.
Teens here, even ones who say they weren't involved in this incident, say sexting is so common, few students realized it's a felony, on par with child pornography until now.
You don't really think about it until it actually comes up, you know? Like, we're young, we're stupid, we're gonna do things like that.
The principal knows some of his students could face charges. He warns the lesson here is for parents, too.
It feels like you don't trust your kid when you're asking them for their phone, but you need to.
Clayton Sandell, ABC News, Canyon City, Colorado.
There are concerns that an airport worker in Egypt may have been involved in planting a bomb. As such, the U.S. is increasing security measures at airports. CNN's Renee Marsh reports.
U.S. authorities are honing in on security measures at airports across the Middle East.
ISIL is out there now, active in a lot of different areas, and so while this investigation is pending, and because we have this group claiming responsibility, we believe it's significant to do these things on an interim basis.
Fewer than 10 airports in the region with direct flights to the U.S. are seeing the increased security, including airports in Cairo, Kuwait, and Amman, Jordan. But the list could expand.
I want people to know that their aviation security officials working on their behalf are continually evaluating threats, potential threats, and that we make adjustments all the time.
As the Department of Homeland Security intensifies its focus on overseas airports, Congressman John Katko, chairman of the Subcommittee on Transportation Security, says not enough is known about the close to 1 million airport workers with secure access at airports here in the U.S.
We don't know enough about them, and it's troubling that you don't even have the basic biographical data on some of these employees. That needs to change. That needs to get better.
In June, a Department of Homeland Security Inspector General report revealed TSA's airport worker vetting process had effective methods to match workers to terrorism, but not for some basic criminal history. One U.S. official with knowledge of U.S. aviation security tells CNN the information that's needed to vet airport workers who have access to the most secure areas of the airport is basically the same level a passenger would have to provide to get security pre-check clearance.
Once they get hired especially, I think we lose a little sight of them because, yes, their name gets screened against terror watch list, but they don't do any of the recurrent vetting that would be more helpful.
And now taking a look at the weather, temperatures today will peak at 79 degrees Fahrenheit with a gentle breeze blowing from the north-northeast at 6 miles per hour. Today will be partly cloudy with a chance of few passing showers. Tonight is also expected to be partly cloudy with a few passing showers. Warnings remain in effect for small craft operators and sea bathers as seas are moderate to locally rough with swells up to 6 feet. Sunset this evening is expected at 5:36 p.m. and sunrise for tomorrow will be at 6:14 a.m. That brings us to the end of the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Join us this evening for these stories and more in detail. Thanks for tuning in. I'm JD Keynes. Have a great afternoon.